Welcome to the Community Roundtable. I'm excited for today's topic because it's about money, and money makes the world go around. I'm going to start with you, Dr. Jessica. How can we help our families talk more comfortably about money at home?
I think it all comes down to educating each one and what they're actually comfortable talking about first, and then going from there and expanding that conversation into, let's make this a fun game, like play a game at home. Monopoly is a really good game to start the education piece, and also really kind of bringing in, money and saying, what does this really mean exactly, and where does this money go?
And Aaron, tell us how you talk to your families about financial planning.
So we basically just include our children in on kind of our financial goals, and we let them know, here's what we're trying to accomplish, and this might be why we don't go out to dinner as much, or we don't take different trips or things like that, so that they can kind of get on and they get on the same page, and they can see what we're trying to do as a family.
I know a lot of times, families know what they should be doing, but they kind of struggle to take those first steps. So what strategies do you use for like teens and adults to get them to move into actually planning?
The first step is you need to know what's coming in, what's going out for expenses, and creating kind of that budget for your family. Because without that, you're just kind of spending and not necessarily ever saving toward anything. And then with your kids, if they receive allowances, almost kind of doing an envelope type of system with them too, where they can, hey, this amount is going into spending, this is going to savings, this is going to donations or charities or whatever it might be.
It's about taking the time to really talk about financial literacy, and taking that one step of actually saving. Save $20, start with 20, then go up to 100 if you can. When you see increases, when you get your bonuses, when you get a little bit extra money, where are you putting that money? Are you putting it in a Roth IRA? Are you putting it in a money market? Those are really important conversations to start having.
Those are very important. I know my father told me, pay yourself first.
Absolutely.
Yes, that was a great tip, yeah. So I want to talk about our evolving environment. And 2026 is looking to be a challenging year. What kind of advice or tips would you give for financial planning when we are trying to save, but we're getting down to our last dollar in just household goods?
I think it goes back to, again, kind of those needs versus wants, and making sure that within your budget, you're making room to save. And then also, I would say, look at, now very popular, is the streaming services. So check to see, how many streaming services do you have? Are there some that you can cut out? Are you duplicating some? But then also to look at, car insurance and cell phone plans, because those change very rapidly, and that might be a place to save money as well.
How do you coach people past that fear that comes from financial planning? Like, how do you bridge that gap and get them motivated to do it?
I really feel that it's mental, and you need to breathe and relax and have that conversation and get to a place where it's kind of like a peaceful area where you're sitting in front of your finances and with no distractions. This is about education. This isn't about stress. It's about educating ourselves to do better.
They are financial decisions. Try to remove the emotion out of it. If you've set goals for yourself, break them down into smaller goals so that's easier to concentrate on. Focus on what you can control, not what everyone else is doing out there.
But we could talk about this all day, but it's time we have to wrap up, and we'll see you next time on the Roundtable.